Anyway, we'll get this right one day. Timmy and a mic, very dangerous. But he's doing a great job. Thank you. Anyway. All right, why are we here with politicians, right? Because it's part of what we need every day. Without our input, guess what happens? We have no voice. If you don't get involved, whose fault is it? Did you vote? The question I asked at the bus stop when there's something going on, when there's a race. And when I hear, no, I did not vote, guess what I say? Then you have no right to speak or to complain or to ask why it went the other way. Anyway, that being said, politicians today, we're talking about the role of local government in assisting small business and job growth. And what I'm going to do is I have the pleasure of introducing both. First, I'll start here with Pat, who is a Lake County board member, former Grace Lake mayor, for quite a few people who know her for that already, retired technology executive, worked several years in economic development, focused on economic development, environmental issues. 28-year Grace Lake resident. Welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. All right, and over here we have Aaron, also a Lake County board member, former president of Cook Memorial Public Library District, former deputy district director for Congressman Mark Kirk, focusing on economic growth and sustainable development. Welcome, it's good to have you here. Thank you. All right, and the moderator for this event, which Tim mentions briefly, will be a debate-style questions, will be asked from both sides, I'll have a chance to answer and so forth, will be Scott Fleshman, Director and Branch Manager, now manages Integrated Integrity Inc., coaching and consulting, focusing on management improvement, employment, and communications, writing and speaking. I welcome you and thank you. Segment is yours.
I think that am I on? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm wired? Okay. Good. Let me just explain a little bit where we're coming from. We believe that as business people in Lake County, we need to work proactively with the government and understand their positions on it and see how we can work with them to improve the business climate in Lake County. This is going to be a modified debate style format. We will ask questions and give each. This isn't been working anyway. I look at it. We're going to ask questions, allow each person 3 minutes to answer, and then move on to the next question. I may have some follow-up questions at the end of 30 minutes. We will ask questions from the audience. So if you have a piece of paper, keep it out. Think about things that you might want to ask. Okay, the proposition here is there are benefits and challenges to doing business in Lake County. It is advantageous for everyone for business to thrive. We are proactive business leaders seeking your input on how we can contribute to business success in Lake County. And the first question is, I'd like to start off with Pat Carey. Describe your philosophy for business in Lake County. What is the role of business? What should be the relationship between manufacturing, retail, service organizations, and government?
Okay. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank you all for inviting me. That's a great opportunity. One of the things that I often think that everyone who is involved in local government, or actually any level of government, should serve some time as a mayor of a small town. One of the things you learn is the value of all the different pieces of the puzzle that contribute to a community. So that is the school districts, it's the park districts, it's the local government, and it is very importantly, everybody hear me? No? Better? I'll try and speak up. It is very importantly, it is the business community. There's no one piece of it that's more important than the other. In the fire districts, everything needs to be playing its part. So to me, the importance of the business community is just, it's vital in our towns and in our states. It needs to be a partner with government. So it does not want to be an adversarial relationship. Government needs to foster a business community, foster a positive business community in terms of reining in taxes, in terms of transportation, in terms of permitting processes. So all those things need to work together with the business community. If the business community doesn't thrive in a town, in a county, in a state, you know, where do people work? If they can't work, they can't put food on the table. If a business community doesn't thrive, how does the economy grow in a community? If you have what we call a bedroom community, you don't hear that term a lot anymore, but it's still out there, where you have no business in a community, you have no commercial. In Illinois in particular, the tax base becomes so onerous on the residential. You need business, you need to have jobs provided, you need to contribute to the community. Businesses also need to support the community. So as well as to take something from the community and from local government in terms of supporting them, it needs to be a two-way street. And I'm sure all of you are involved in some way in your community, whether or not you, I was just talking to someone here who works on the Oasis, which is a youth center group in Grays Lake, and she helps put together a fundraiser for that. So business is a very important part of the community, and it needs to be a two-way street. You need to expect to get support from the community, from the local government, and you also need to expect to have some responsibilities there too.
Okay. Aaron, would you like to reply to that one?
Well, I can't say that I disagree with highway programs and on down the line. And so really it is a partnership, and it comes down to making sure that we're building value, making sure that there's a quality of life, and providing a better experience for Lake County residents.
Good. Thank you, Aaron. Okay, we'll give this next question to Aaron first. From your perspective, what are the advantages to doing business in Lake County as opposed to the surrounding counties?
Mm-hmm. Well, we've been fortunate, I guess, to have a less than stellar partner in business to the south. So our ability to gain business is Cook County's ability to lose it. And so we are, while that is good for Lake County, it's bad for the region. And so we do need to support lower taxes, generally less regulation, and being responsible in doing so. And really when it comes down to it, northeastern Illinois is incredibly fortunate. We have both significant challenges and unique opportunities in our area. We have a generally very well-educated population. Our incomes rank higher than the average in the state of Illinois, and our unemployment is lower. And so when you have those things, when you have a more educated workforce, when you have people that have the opportunity to grow their incomes beyond what the average is in the state of Illinois, and you've got a solid group of employers who, the challenge is not losing employers and businesses to Cook County, it's losing them to Wisconsin. And so we need to make sure that we're fostering those businesses both in Lake County, which I believe that we're doing on the Lake County Board, but also in our state.
Good, thank you. Pat, would you like to address that?
I also think our county to the south is, we have some very high property taxes here in Lake County,